Okay. Hello, and welcome to my channel. And it's Wednesday, and I just want to say a couple things. A, not all cinnamon is created equal. Yes, I know I'm wearing an orange shirt with a pink hat. It was a hat day this morning, and the kid had choir, so he had to be at school earlier than normal, and I got legitimately 4 hours of sleep. So, oh, not 4, 5, but it was broken. 5 hours of very broken sleep. So I am exhausted. Went to bed at 11 something, and like 11:45, 11:30, and did not actually get to sleep until 1. And then my husband got up at 3:45 like he always does to go to the gym, and then decided he didn't want to go to the gym. So we had a whole dialogue at 3:45 in the morning, and then we had another dialogue when it was time for him to get up and actually go to work at 4:45, and then the alarm went off at 6:30. And before that, I had a horrible dream. I keep having this recurring dream, and it's a nightmare, and yeah, it's very stressful. So I'm exhausted. That's one thing I can tell you. 2, I did record a video last night. I don't really love it, so I'm going to tell you kind of a slimmed down version of that, and then what the plan is for today. So, one other thing, I am a huge fan of Supernatural, right? I love that show. I have seen it 100% of the way through one time, and we have watched through season 12 like 2 additional times. So, yeah, I love that show. However, and in general, in TV shows where they are doing witchcraft, they always show them like cutting the center of the palm of their hand and then like pouring blood in the thing. And I'm like, even before what I'm about to tell you happened, I was aware of how painful that would be and how debilitating that would be for your hand. Then to be punching people and grabbing things and climbing things, like none of that is happening. It's so painful. So yesterday, we have community cats in our neighborhood and all over Salt Lake. They have community cats, which are A, help with the rodent problem, but B, there's just too many cats and they're feral. Anyway, I have befriended one of the cats, and this is why I'm the princess of the feral cats. And yesterday, she was acting very strange. And now that I think about it, like, it's probably because I saw a paw print that was literally the size of my palm in my front yard. I have no idea what that could possibly be because there are no dogs that size in my neighborhood that I am aware of and that I have actually seen. And like, it was in the yard, right? So I'm really curious as to what in the world that could possibly have been. And so yesterday she was acting weird, and I thought it was because maybe she was cold and, wanted to be warm. And I picked her up, and that's not a new thing. I've picked her up before, but I usually am smart about the way that I hold her, so that her claws are not on my hands. Yesterday, I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking about every other thing I have to deal with. And I had her back claws resting on my hand. And then she decided she was done with this. She was done and she wanted down, which was not a big deal. And she kicked off of my hand. It hurt like a mother. Their claws are way, way sharper when they're outside than they are when they're inside. Our cat's claws are pretty sharp, don't get me wrong. But comparatively, it's like a Wusthof when you get it, and a Wusthof after you've had it for 5 years and haven't sharpened it. Still sharp, but not take your finger off. Sharp. That hurt. It continues to hurt, really. Like I've been putting band-aids on it and stuff on it, and it just keeps, because it's my palm, you know, it's like this part of your palm, so you're just moving it all the time and ripping it open all the time. Anywho, so needless to say, there's no way that Sam and Dean are constantly cutting their freaking palms open and doing any of the crap that they were doing. All right, so that's my nerd moment for the day. I'm repping my Fighting Illini shirts. It's just cold outside, and I love this sweatshirt. It feels like a basketball. It's super duper old, and I bought it at Sam's Club many, many moons ago. So half of that is rubbed off, but it kind of looks like a basketball, which is awesome, and it feels like one. Okay, so here's what's going on. The things that we're working on social media are no longer working on social media, or at least not very well. And so I have 6 clients, one of which I fired due to non-performance on his part. I had 4 that were in massive cleanup, meaning that he was 4 years behind and we got him caught up to 2 years behind, and then some things occurred and we're on a pause. And basically I'm caught up as much as I can be, and I'm just waiting on him to help me out with what he needs to help me out with. And then let's see what else. Have somebody coming to say hi. Come on. You gonna come? Come on. Come on. You can come. She's kind of fat, so sometimes she misses. Anyway. So let's see, where am I at? Yeah, so that's on a pause, and I haven't been able to do any work, and therefore haven't been paid by him since the work stopped in July. He did pay me in August, so, or early September. Can you say hi, Kimmy Kimmy? Ugh, she's standing on my arm directly. What are you doing? Anyway, I have another one who is 5 years behind, and we haven't even started because he needs to get some stuff together. So between those 6 clients, I am down on my income by a lot. And so I'm trying to find ways to plug that gap. And trying to find more clients, and that shouldn't be terribly hard. In about a month, people are going to go, oh crap, I need my books done. So I should be able to pick up at least 1 or 2 then. But in the meantime, I've been hemorrhaging for a while now, so I really need to figure that out. We're just going to put the water here so that her bottom does not end up on my water. Then we have, so I have several programs that I'm working on, and then it's a recession. So people are doing their own bookkeeping, and some of them have no idea what they're doing. So I'm working on a product that would allow me to kind of teach people how to do it via spreadsheets, because that's how I did it for years and years and years, until I got I started doing it for other people. Yeah. And so I'm trying to figure out if it's going to be a master class or if it's going to be like some videos all put together into one, and for a low cost. So something where people can literally finish it in a couple hours max. Um, and then maybe there are some templates and things like that for them to utilize and create their profit and loss statement, or a set of spreadsheets that they input all their transactions into, like import the transactions into the spreadsheet and then categorize them, and it automatically does some things on some other pages. So working on that. If that's something that you're interested in, please leave a comment and let me know. Let's talk about the soaps. So I have several fragrances, and this is one thing I have to do today, is remove those fragrances from the website. So the website is live. I'm working on putting together a launch plan right now, and I'm kind of struggling because I don't know what I need to do. I mean, I know what I need to do, but I don't know how to do it and what order and all that jazz. So I'm a little frustrated with myself with that. And I'm not sure that there's necessarily a wrong answer, but I would like it to be successful. So I'm feeling the pressure there. I have shared it on my Facebook without many pictures, and I need to get better photos for my soaps. They are good, but they could be better, if that makes sense. So I'm working on that, and then some of the scents are not playing well with my soap product. And I put them on the website, and the more and more I've thought about it, the more and more I don't love the idea of using them. Because I want it to be good. I want the product to be good. I want it to feel good when you're using the product, all of those things. So I have like 2 cents, 3 cents technically, I think, that I need to pull off the site for now. I had tried 2 other products over the last week, and they were worse than what I was using. And by comparison, what I was using wasn't that terrible. Like, I just have sensitive skin, so sometimes things can dry out my skin that wouldn't dry out other people's skins. Because other people didn't really notice it until I pointed it out, and they're like, oh yeah, I kind of did notice my hands have been a little bit drier than normal, but they weren't like mine. So it's not a huge deal. It's just something, a quality thing that I really am big on. So I need to get that taken care of, and I have one more product. It was supposed to be here yesterday, and then it wasn't. It didn't show up. It should be here today, according to the thing. It got into Salt Lake City yesterday at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so I'm not really shocked I didn't get it. But hopefully it'll show up today, and that'll be no problem. Yeah, and hopefully that works, or hopefully it's better. You know what I mean? Because, like, I don't think anybody washes their hands with my soaps as much as I wash my hands with my soaps. You know, I don't believe that unless you're home all day long and you take care of a feral cat and have to wash your hands after every time you touch her. I don't really think, you know, you're washing your hands as much as I am. So this is just me being sensitive to my own product issues, and I have thought about doing a whole bunch of other things. Like, this is part of why I'm not releasing the video last night, because I was just kind of all over the place, and I really wanted to sell these holiday products. Like, I wanted to release holiday products, but I really, honestly, genuinely believe that I could legitimately just put out a winter fragrance and a fall fragrance and be done with it and not stress myself out to the point that I have been. And I think that's just kind of what's going to happen. And one of them may end up also being a um, a whipped soap situation. And you know, I've been wanting to play with body butters anyway, so that might happen. But like I was talking about liquid soaps yesterday and all that stuff, I looked that stuff up yesterday. It's really expensive, and I'm just not in the place for that, because not only would I have to get the base, I would have to test it, which I want to do. I just don't know that I need to do that right now. Right now, I would rather focus on my cold process soap bars and getting a melt and pour recipe that I really like. The upside and the whipped sugar and the body butter, right? Like all of those things, because it's winter, so body butters are going to be popular. Um, and again, as I said last night, it's possible that the melt and pour that I got, the original melt and pour, I ordered it from a different place. And some of them are dented and open, and some of them, I didn't use those for public consumption. I use those for my own stuff. And I used all the damaged ones, but like they sent me an open product. So it's entirely possible that this was just not a good batch of melt and pour, and so it's playing okay and fine with the scents that it always behaves in, but it's just not performing and behaving in the ones that are a little temperamental anyway. So yeah, and I don't know that I'll get cold process soap for fall. It likely will not happen, and that's genuinely okay. I would really like to have one like fruity, happy scent that I release for winter, like a Christmas scent. Um, and maybe I would like to do the pine in cold process as well. But if it doesn't happen, I'm okay with that. And there are definitely going to be people who buy things after they've gotten their Christmas money from people and gift cards and things like that. So I could sell some gift cards and say, hey, these things are coming. If that's something that you're interested in, go ahead and buy a gift card now. And then when you're ready to buy, you'll have it. So there's a lot going on, and there's a lot that I'm trying to do, and the failures, if you will, with those melt and pour is not a huge deal. I will use it for embeds. I really want to do like a night sky soap, layered soap, and in that there's a moon. Either a crescent or a full moon. And so I really want to do something like that. And so I can always just use this bad or not so great melt and pour for the moons, because it would be unscented and it would be a very small portion of the soap, you know? Okay, so I've been talking a really long time. So today I need to work on removing those things from my website. I need to get to the... started doing some things in Notion because I could not find a... We'll talk about my perils with project management softwares later in another video, but this is Wednesday and this is what's going on. I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.